Kenny, what's the mood like about the place at the moment?
Yeah, we're fine. Everything that happened on Sunday was addressed on Sunday and dealt with. The players have come in Monday. They've trained yesterday. And obviously there's a disappointment amongst everybody with the recent run of results. But the only way that we're going to address that and rectify it is to work as hard as they have done. And they've always worked hard in training. They've always been good trainers. They've always been impressive in training. And we just got to put any frustration and disappointment to the side and realise that they are good players that can alter and change to our benefit things that are in our jurisdiction. But there's other things that have happened that we can't change because it's out with our jurisdiction that we've not had a break with, but we can't do anything about that. So there's no point in looking at it and trying to address it. We just need to look at ourselves. And they've come in and they're determined, as they've always been for even through the results previously. They've been really determined to get a positive result. So, no, their mood's good, and everything that happened at the weekend's been dealt with. So, the doors are closed, and we've learned our lessons from them. We just move on now.
I know when you talk about everything being dealt with, I mean, do you have to discipline Andy and Pepe after their reaction?
We just said everything that happened at the weekend's been dealt with. So, I don't know what you need to add to that, but I think that's quite conclusive.
I was just wondering if you have to put your arm around them as well, just to pick them up.
Everybody needs picked up, but the best way to pick themselves up is to put on a winning performance. As I say, that's what they're determined to do. They don't like to come off a pitch having lost a game. As I said after the game, the frustration and disappointment is something that is a virtue in some ways if we can just control it, but we can't get ourselves down on the floor, because to their credit, when they win a game and they have a decent performance, they don't get carried away. So they can come in and train if they've played well or they've played badly, and they've done that, and the training's been very impressive.
Who picks you up as well, Ken?
Who picks me up? I've never been down, Vinny. I've been disappointed, but I've never been down.
In terms of then moving forward, I mean, how big a test is this for you managerial at the moment to get things moving in the right direction once again?
We'll just stick together. Players, fans, staff, everybody, owners, everybody stick together. And as we've always said, we've got a better chance of getting through it if we all stick together. So we've all on the determination, the quality's there, the determination's there, and maybe things that are out with our control that determine results can go in our favour sometimes. But we won't get that if we don't work hard enough to get ourselves in a position.
And has there been contact from the owners, and how supportive have they been?
I think you're trying to dream up something here. The people that own the football club talk to us regularly. There's been no change in that. So I don't know what you're trying to dream up.
No, nothing at all. Just wondering how supportive they are in this situation.
Well, they're the owners, and there's nothing changed. The conversations that they've had have been on the same basis as what they've had them before. So I don't know if you've heard anything else, but if you have, Vinny, somebody's telling you a porky.
No, the only other thing is there's the talk of the end of the season report. But I would imagine that's normal, isn't it, to sit down with the owners at the end of the season?
I think you've answered the question for yourself, Vincent, old chap. I think it's normal to fill in a report. Even when you're at school, you go to report. So, but it's what we do when we're working here. We don't tell everybody, but there's nothing changed from what we've done. And obviously, the people nowhere near have got to be kept in regular contact via whatever measures you can to keep them up to date. It's their football club, but they own it. Although everybody's only a custodian in whatever position they're in, they're the owners, and we totally respect them, and they respect us. And there's communication every week after every game, so there's nothing changed.
And as for Villa, what kind of a test?
Well, obviously they've been unfortunate with the news about Sterling and Petrov, so that obviously puts the football into a bit of perspective. But for Villa, they had a much changed side last week. I don't know how they're going to be this week, but they're going to come here. They're going to have a lot of determination and grit. as I say, if they were a wee bit upset with the Sterling Petrov news, then they didn't show it in the game. So against Chelsea, we know what we're going to have. We know it's going to be difficult, and we need the help and support from each other, whether it's on the pitch or off the pitch. And once we get that, then it should help us.
How are your boys looking injury-wise?
Everybody that's injured is obviously progressing. Whether there's one or two going to be in the shout for Saturday, we don't know yet. Maybe one. I don't think we've lost anybody, so obviously Pepe will not be playing. It'll be either Donny or Brad Jones. So, but we've got a decision to make there. So, but injury-wise, I don't think we're any worse off than we were.
When will you make that decision, and how ready will the guys be? I know they've had a lot of reserve action.
No, Donny's not had the reserve action. So if you want to ask a question again before it goes out of date.
So with that in mind, then is Donny in a better position to take the post between the goals?
Well, he's very experienced, Donny. He obviously coming from Italian football, and he's worked really hard. He's got a lot sharper since he's been here with the work he's put in, and he's been a real credit to himself, the way he's looked after himself and the way he's gone about his work. Every day he's come in, he's trained really hard, so to play the game for him would be the next test. So as I say, it's unfortunate circumstances for Pepe, but someone else can step in, either Donny or Brad.
And it's not as big a thing for goalkeepers, is it?
I don't know. If you're a goalkeeper, I think it is.
Well, they tell me it's not. From being on the bench, I don't mean him coming in, and that's a big thing. I mean the fact that he maybe hasn't had as much first team action as, say, a midfielder or a striker.
I think it's equally as important. Myself, I think it'll be equally as important to the goalkeeper as well. I can't see how a goalkeeper said it's not important that he's not played first team games. He's got to have an understanding with the teammates in front of him. If he's not played with them, it's the same thing as an outfield player.
So how do you get around that then?
By playing.
It's chicken and the egg, I suppose, isn't it? Just a couple finally, if I may. Couple of big games coming up as well. Blackburn, a club that,
but we've only, as we say before, we're going to take one at a time. So
just finally then, if I may, Sir Tom Finney celebrates his 90th birthday today, and I know from things that you've said and Sir Tom said in the past, he's a person that you've got a lot of time and admiration for.
Is he still playing in the fives?
He's on the bench.
On the bench?
Yeah.
He's been fantastic, hasn't he, for Preston Football Club. Just like to wish him a happy birthday and hope he's got a lot more to come. He's an iconic figure in this area, so he'll always remain that. And he crosses the divide of whatever football club you support, the people that respect him and have respect for him. And maybe the younger generation wouldn't know too much about him, but as I say, I'm sure if you look at the books or go on their social networking thing, they'll find out plenty about him. He was a real footballer and a real gentleman. So I hope he has a great day.